Good evening. Let me just get situated here. I won't rob you guys the enjoyment of seeing the inside of the Normandy. Okay. I love me some film grain. Alright, so we got onto that one planet. Let's see. They have not done enough with the Mass Effect universe. I will definitely say that. It's such a rich universe, and I wish they would do more with it. Hell, I'd even like to see something kind of like a Halo Wars thing, but with Mass Effect. Let's do some character development while we're waiting everybody to come in. I mean, because who has anything to do on a Saturday night where the world's freezing over?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. We were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time.
If I, the captain, want to talk to you, I'll frickin' talk to you! Look, stuff. I don't know why they gave me stuff I can't use, but, you know, look, stuff. Oh, sleeper pod. That's what I was looking for. Free XP! Of course, our co-pilot Felix is here to assist us.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service
Felix.
record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired for the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Hayden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I got up to go look for something real quick, and it was right in front of me the whole time.
Goodbye, Commander.
That's how you know we're dealing with high quality streaming here. I got up in the middle of something, didn't say a word, and the thing I was looking for was right in front of me the whole time. Ooh, got me some level ups. And that's why just even the little XP harvesting every now and again is worth it. Hi, Felix. If you want me to throw your toy, you gotta bring me the toy. No. Alright. Unity. Definitely want that. The ultimate heal. I'm not gonna lie, the entire night last night I was really wanting to play this. Let's go down to the lower decks and see what's going on. Shepard.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Seems similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I'm gonna be a dick about
You're
it.
still here. It can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Alright, 1 second. We'll keep going. Yeah, I actually had some things I wanted to talk about tonight. Just, stupid stuff, fun stuff, but now that I'm playing Mass Effect, I kind of forgot them all. That's probably not good. Shows you that attention span that I'm known for having in my personal life. Probably should start writing some of that stuff down. It usually just comes to me as I'm just kind of walking through life or doing chores or whatever. I did manage to keep myself busy today, though. Didn't think I'd be able to do that. Didn't think I'd have anything to do. But oh boy, did I.
Commander,
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
They died, you lived. That happens in this job.
Yes, Commander. Believe me, I understand that. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The answer seems plain enough to me. Be more alert.
Aye, aye, Commander. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Actually, I remember everybody, actually not say everybody, a lot of people that I've seen on the internet really, really talking up Tali. I never really use her, aside from just basic tech stuff.
I knew working with this
Maybe I should give her a shot more.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. C-Sec, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantage.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But
I don't know
C-Sec
about
wants
that.
it done their way. Protocol and
things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. C-Sec's handling of Saren was tipping. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate it.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without C-Sec headquarters looking over my shoulder, maybe I can
Come on, Felix.
find my way
Come
through
here.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
I really don't need anything requisitioned. Let's go talk to Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Huh?
In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
So doesn't that mean that in the case of them, they can only have one kid, which means that their population will always be in decline, or at least a steady decline until like they get, I guess, below that line, and they, yeah, okay, whatever.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any AI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share...
Elon Musk's neural network is literally the Geth.
Geth's logic systems were designed
Dun,
to work
dun,
in concert with other
dun.
nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
That makes sense considering the fact that they almost murdered all of you.
When
Let's say
looking
murdered.
to reach maturity,
They defended their way to victory.
ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, let's get back to the killing. We're going to do some more basic exploring. 'Cause I love exploring in this game. So essentially they created the Terminators. The Quarians always had a really interesting storyline, but I think as when I was younger, I really didn't pay much attention to it because I just didn't like Tali that much. But revisiting it now, I actually kind of think that their story is cool since it has so many layers of depth, whereas everybody else's is, you know, pretty straightforward. They're just going to tell you, but like the Quarians have like a lot more information. I like that. That's kind of cool. Zoom out. I love the soundtrack for this game too. It's fantastic. It feels spacey. I remember those days where I had to sit there and wait 5 to 10 minutes for that to pop up. Say 5 to 10 minutes. It wasn't that bad. Scanned the planet Ferris, revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with Magna Colony insignia. I don't know what Magna Colony is, but yeah, it's great. It's great. I don't know what would be worse. If mankind was out in the universe and found a base with people on it, or found it abandoned. I don't know which would be more terrifying. Well, scanning this giant due to a large concentration of helium-3. H3, I think, is bombarded moon dust with UV light? Question mark? Proteus is a large amount of free oxygen. Hey, free oxygen! That's great! Salami! I can't do that one. I'm not going to bother reading all the lore for the planets. Fun as it is, and it is fun, but no. Knossos. So we're going to try to get all of our characters together as fast as possible. Phaistros Armeni. Wait, they said the orbit was 150 years? Oh, day length, 57.8 hours. Orbital period, 151.3 Earth years. It takes 150 years for it to orbit? Jeez. So you got 70 hours in a day. That thing is spinning pretty darn fast, but it's moving really slow. Phaistros. Phaistos. Phastos? Phaistos. I don't know. I don't pretend to know Greek. More exploring. I like how they just drop the ship off. Just, there you go. Oh.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings.
Oh, crap!
Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from
Alright, hold on. Son of a biscuit! I'm stuck with Tali and Garrus. They're not bad, but I thought this was just a regular place to go. I didn't think it was that. Son of a biscuit. That's gonna be rough. I really needed more combat power. I hope I get the opportunity to have more combat power. I'll probably keep Tali. No, yeah, I'll probably keep Tali, but I need. Oh no, Garrus is. It's not bad. But I wouldn't mind like a straight up like a Rex or somebody to be my tank. I think my first time when I played this level, I actually fell into the lava a lot. Because I wasn't paying attention where I was going. It is a very big ship. Oh, snap. Oh yeah.
Trying to knock down the front door seems stupid. Maybe we can find a side window?
No, we charge to the front door. We are manly men doing manly things. I know, what's the button for, there we go. Oh, I can breathe here. Okay, so let's make sure that Tali and you're doing that. Okay, cool. Very good. That's it. Nope. I thought there was a door or something over here.
Heads up!
Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. See, oh, there it is. I need to turn around. There we go. Ow. Kickflip. Gotcha. Yeah, I really need to get. I need to get Garrus some better armor. Nope.
Lost shield.
We got them all, Shepard.
There we go. Tali, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Never let free XP go. I think there's one other guy in here. Oh wow, I got him on a critical shot, I guess.
Perimeter clear.
I forgot a lot about this map. I genuinely forget what's coming up. I know that Liara is here. That's about all I can really tell you about this map. Not that I don't. And I played this one probably more than the rest of them combined. I didn't even finish Andromeda. I mean, Andromeda was just. I mean, what are the words to describe Mass Effect Andromeda? I mean, none of them good, but I mean, how do I want to describe that game? Boring? They've definitely watered down a lot of the character, a lot of the races. You know, like the Asari people that you meet are, well, they're boring and they're dumb. Then you meet the Krogan scientist. They just completely undo all the stuff about the different races that we know of, and they just make them into one interchangeable skin. That's all they do. Terrible idea for a developer. Ow, that hurt twice. It's a really good cannon to shoot straight that far. You still alive? No, you're dead. I don't think shields rebuild in this on the Mako either. So like once you get hit, you're kind of stuck with it. Oh, never mind. They rebuild. Okay, cool. It's like another one of the games I played. Maybe I thought it was this one where they just didn't. They didn't come back. Hey, another level. Oh, missed. I remember when I played this game, even on like the easier difficulty settings, just getting my butt handed to me when I used the Mako. It took me a long time to figure out how to use this thing properly. Yeah, if you're in a firefight with this thing, you're doing it wrong. Like, you don't ever want to be in a firefight with this guy. You want to be sniping with that cannon as much as you can. Got them both. Ooh, I got you right where I want you. I hope I'm hitting him. Looks like I'm hitting him. Am I not hitting him? Oh, yep, I'm hitting him. Ah, this place. God, I wish I could use a controller for this. I know one of these tunnels is essentially a death trap, so I gotta be really careful how I approach it. I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. Ah! Well, that's not too bad. Remember there being like lots of barricades and whatnot. Okay, never mind. I guess it's not this one. Or maybe I just really... Oh, there's the barricades. It's like, I know there was barricades around here somewhere. Ah! Yes, move that barricade back. Wow, I didn't know I could just have done that. Man, I probably would have survived a lot better. But when I was younger, anyway. Hey, no fair. Ow! Dang, I didn't save it for a while either. Jeez, one shot. Ugh. Well, that's fun. Guess where we get to start off again. To very beginning. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I should have saved it, guys. My bad. Well, at least it gives people time to come back in, right? Or get people to cycle in. Now that I've been refreshed as to where the bad guys are, should be a little bit easy going now. That is one of the bad things about this game is that they're, well, I guess bad and good. I like the fact that there is a real punishment for dying. You know, you got to start all over from the beginning unless you save. But you know, I'm usually not thinking about saving all the time. I think on my Xbox 360 version, I save spammed like every single second. After every conversation, save. Every time I enter a room, save. Why? Dude, because if I didn't, I'd end up dead. I'd forget. I get right up close and personal. See if my elder years have taught me anything about fighting in the Mako that has no practical application to anything aside from this game. Let my shields rebuild. Try to speed through this as fast as we can.
Hostile contact. Trying to knock down the front door seems stupid. Maybe we could find a side window?
This one behind me? Whatever.
Heading out. Negative contact.
So I should be able to sprint all the time. Hey, blessings in disguise. I did not know that you could actually go. Oh no, this one's empty. I didn't know that. Jeez. Oh. All right. So what we'll do is we'll get to the that one area that we got to last time. I'll save it, that way if I die we can just keep going. I'll learn my lesson this time. Who am I kidding? I'll probably forget.
I smell trouble.
Lens flares. This is not science fiction without lens flares. Everybody knows that. But I think this game came out before that was really popular. But I know it definitely started around this time. And don't get me wrong, lens flares do look really cool and futuristic-y. That was a pretty good touch, but I mean now it just everything vomits lens flares. Oh, well, that didn't work.
All targets down.
Half my shields are gone. Just gonna zip right through here. I wish there was a boost button. There's not. You know, I wouldn't mind getting a model of an M35 Mako. If I ever get the money to do that. Let's be realistic. I probably won't for a while. And finding one's going to be highly difficult since this game is really old. But I wouldn't mind getting like a little model that I can put on my desk at work or in my office at home or something. Back when I was a youngin' and had all the money in the world I could spend on this kind of stuff, I didn't get it. Why? Because I didn't value it. Now that I'm an old curmudgeon, just seems like something that I should have. I always do that. I always play something, or I'll have something that I'll really enjoy, and like a decade later I go, man, I should have gotten some stuff. Like I remember there was a really good little figurine model for a Big Daddy, like is it a Rosie? No, it was a bouncer. And I was like, man, I'd really love to have one of those, but it was like $400. And I was like, I had the money at the time, but I didn't want to spend it on that, you know. And not gonna lie, now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I really wish I got that Big Daddy. It seems silly, but it's like, man, it's a great little just desk toy, you know. And it was high quality too. It was great, you know. I think the only other one that I saw that was kind of like it, that it was in the league, was a classic Boba Fett, like desk toy, or not a desk toy, like a little figurine that's obviously not supposed to be played with. But like I had like a little diorama that was like, you know, just a simple standalone. I wish I could have found it and kept it, or found it, bought it, and kept it.
I've lost shields.
Ow. Let's do barrier. Let's throw you to the ground. guys need to go up. Up. Screw shields. Who needs shields? Who needs cover? Oh my. Oh my. Get down. Damn. Oh.
I've lost shields. Shields down. Shields disabled.
What?
Perimeter secure.
Oh, would you die? Tally, why are you down again? Whoop.
Area secure.
Let's save again, just in case. Let's heal up. I think this is where they drop a freaking... Yeah, there it is. The big old boy on top of me. Why are you using that? Just put that away. You can't use that effectively. Put those rifles away. Pretending like you actually could do something with them. I probably should switch out some of my customizations here to be more effective against the Geth. Take all. Armor piercing rounds. Definitely. Garrus. Oh, no. I don't really care about your pistol. I want your rifle. And you are... What are you using? Chemical rounds. It's not bad, but... I need armor piercing rounds. Something more effective.
I've lost shields.
Oh, snap. used Unity. What the hell? Well, that didn't take long. Aren't I glad I changed my loadout just before everything died? Let's do this again. Now let's save. Oh, let's make sure I got all the equipment I need. Inventory, armor, duelist shields, no. Onyx, no. Garrus, nothing. Corian armor, nothing. Fantastic. I would really hate for us to be able to use stuff. Shock absorbers, physical threshold, harden weave, hardening, 45 shields. What do I got? Shield battery 2. Oh, actually, I didn't think about this. What are some new pistols? Like, nothing. How about new rifles? The Avenger. There we go. Skip this? No. Hey Graham, what's going on, brother? I'm just getting my butt kicked. I need to use it. AI hacking. Yeah, I bet, man. Like, everybody's freezing now. I got one left. Hi, Felix.
I've lost shields.
Oh, Felix. No, I didn't get anything done today for the chicken coop because it was just so cold, so we didn't do anything with it. Crap. That's twice I've died there. My goal is to probably start it next weekend. Unfortunately, I can't really do much during the week, so I have to do all my prep and work during the weekend. I mean, basically, I haven't made any real progress since last weekend. I wish though, but I mean, even if I did, now would be a terrible time to do it. It's not like I could get chickens out here. I would have loved to have done it though, but all for the best. Family needed help moving furniture around today anyway, so even though I didn't have any plans for today, I definitely did stuff. None of the stuff that I was intending. Felix, you're being a bad cat. He's knocking at my hands. He's pushing my hands around. Like, hey, Daddy, pay attention to me. All right, let's get you on AI hacking. All right, let's move you over here. Yeah, Garrus is down. Of course, Garrus. I can't keep up with you guys. Felix, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Felix, you're being a bad cat. Stop it. He really is. He's sitting. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He's being a bad kitty. Let's see. Well, I'm actually in here. Let's see. Ooh, unlock shotguns. Yes. Yeah, he's making lots of noise. He's just sitting there. He's up in my face. He's not meowing much, but he's purring. He's like, it's like, Dad, Dad. Let's see, hacking. Actually, decryption is probably more where I want her to be. I don't really want her to have a lot of combat because she's more valuable as support. Ow! Now die. Did you do anything fun today, Grim? Wait, did I just get shot from the side? No, I didn't. It depends on what you're shopping for. You know, if I'm shopping for, you know, let's say a pew pew or a boom boom, I mean, you know, that can always be fun. If I'm shopping for, you know, groceries, it's different. Although I would never encourage anyone to own a pew pew or a boom boom. Of course, that would be terrible. There we go. Well, I mean, was it good food, though? I mean, you never know. Let's save. I don't want to do that again. Darn it. Snuck up on me there. But yeah, I know that's not very fun, but you know, it's not too bad, you know. At least we have grocery stores. In Soviet Russia, I don't know what was in Soviet Russia, honestly. Soviet Russia's not my thing. So aside from making the average, easy, low-hanging fruit joke, I really got nothing. Felix, you're gonna be bad again. I already know it.
That's it. Bag 'em and tack 'em.
Oh, come on, man. This
Like this cavern formed around the ruin after it was built.
the USSR always had food. Same as North Korea. They always have food. It's just, you know, not food accessible by everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Felix. You really are a bad cat. You know that, Felix? You get in the way. You constantly try to knock my hand away from my mouse and keyboard. Something about nobody pays attention to me. Which is not true. You get lots of attention. Probably get too much attention, honestly.
I wonder what they are looking for. Most Prothean ruins have nothing more than dead instrumentation.
Yeah, I suspect food will be hard to come by in certain places in the US soon. Oh man, I know, right? Ever since COVID hit, like I've noticed that I need to start watching what I eat. It doesn't really help. Hello. It doesn't really help whenever people buy like lots of sugary things around.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Quit shouting. This place is crawling with Geth.
Sorry, I am a little... Look, my name is Dr. Liara Tassoni. I am an archaeologist. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, alright?
Your mother is working with Saren.
Wait, what?
Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta throw Felix's toy.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are
Oh,
you on?
sorry.
What? I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
There's some kind of repulsion field in the way.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside.
That's
I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
all right. Let's see here. Felix, stop being bad. Felix. Felix. That'll do it. For me, it used to just be when I got sick or something, I would just drop weight like nothing. Advanced warp. I really don't need the shotguns right now. Tactical armor. Throw. equip medium armor as quick as possible. See, my last job and my last job and the job even before that, I was very, very active. But this one, I'm not so active, and that's a problem. It's a big problem because I end up sitting in a chair 9 times out of 10 every day. Mining laser controls. Why the hell would I care if the mining laser is clear of enemies? Oh, son of a biscuit! Got me. Oh crap! I gotta do this all over again. Save. Sorry, it's not that bad. And we witnessed our very first real drawback from Mass Effect. It has this tendency to there is no autosave as far as I know in this game, so you would just have to do it over and over and over again if you die. This is why I explained earlier. Oh crap! Why I explained earlier why I actually spent a lot of time saving whenever I was playing on my Xbox 360 version. God, I wish I can go back to those days sometimes. Back when Call of Duty 4 was brand frickin' new. You know, come home from school and just simply play frickin' video games all day. Do nothing but that. Them were good days.
After it was built.
Not that these days are really bad for me, so I really can't complain. Just literally had nothing to worry about. Work, school, games. Yes, Felix, you're getting your pets. Be happy. Yes, yes, yes. I say that, but honestly, if I was to actually do that now as an adult, like I would probably be miserable. Like, this is boring. Although I did know people that did that, and they straight up probably were some of the most miserable people that I knew, so I say that as an adult because it was so fun when I was younger, but pretty sure I wouldn't really do that now. Felix, stay. I appreciate your help, though, okay? I appreciate your help, but you gotta stay. Mr. Purr Baby here. Stop it, Felix.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
We've already done this.
Quit shouting.
Listen, this thing I made be Benezia's. When I turned it on, I must have hit something.
We'll find some
There
way
is a
to help.
control. That's the trick.
Okay, now we're gonna save it. So my microphone has a little light on it to let me know if it's active. So I actually kind of like it. So there's this little blue dot in front of my face all the time. It's not as distracting as I thought it would be, but it is useful for like, okay, if someone's talking and I gotta turn it off and know that it's off. I like that. And he sees it. And he wants to rub up against it for some reason. I don't know why. It's a cat thing. I don't know. I can't explain it. Crap. Everybody's blocked. I gotta get a better pistol.
I've lost shields.
One thing I do miss from like my younger years is the Turtle Beach headset that I used to have was really comfortable. Back in the day, I remember me and all my friends like, yeah, you need to be able to hear the guys in Call of Duty like walking around upstairs and whatnot. So you need to get these Turtle Beach headphones. I remember paying a pretty good amount of money for them. You know, I would spend that amount of money on things today too, except for, you know, for me it's like, well, does it sound good and does it have RGB? Because if it doesn't have RGB, I don't want it. This is Simon Says. Nope. Damn. There we go. Yeah, well, yeah, it's newer. But unfortunately, somebody, maybe named Felix, maybe not, ruined a gift, actually, of a headset that I could use for my computer. And he may or may not have, this specific cat, may or may not have liked the feel of the cord, and so he would chew on it until one day, I didn't realize it at first. And then one day, people... Yeah. Well, back then it was, you know, cutting edge stuff, you know. Yeah. Well, so when he did that, I remember people saying, "Hey, you know, Myth, I can't hear you. You know, you're breaking up. Like you're not coming through all the way." And so I had to like actually hold the piece together, and even then he kept going for the same spot. So eventually he just kind of kept, you know, he basically just cut the darn thing in half.
Anyway, past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more death arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Yep. Been a trouble kitty ever since I found him on the railways.
Any idea how we get out of this place? There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I
Squeaking and squawking and crying.
Come on. I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Don't you bite me, bud.
He's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it. The conduit? But I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Hey, no. No. No.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
Now I need to... Oh, not wrong button. I need to change out... I'll take it. I really hope whenever I get to Mass Effect 2 and 3 I'll be able to use a controller. For this one, I'm willing to put up with it because it's so good, but 2 and 3, I mean, I really need to have a controller. 2 is just really annoying in many cases. I don't like the way that it plays so much. It's definitely better for the combat.
That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
Yeah, the Myth way.
I like your attitude.
No, Felix, don't do that. Actually, I want you to... I can't hack you, darn it!
I've lost shields.
Get him. Get him! What is that noise? Oh, hello. Oh, snaps! I started the last second, too. Gosh darn it.
I still cannot believe it. Seren's looking.
I think I still need to... Can I... Okay, I need to redo my... I'll leave everybody else where they are. Hi, Felix. Yes, yes, yes. We're all reminded you're still here. I don't know why you were so needy tonight. You just need my attention. I don't know why. Is it because you know it's going to get really cold and you're like, Daddy, Daddy, keep me warm. Daddy, 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 Daddy.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
Charge. Wait, why do you have your sniper rifle out? I don't want your sniper rifle. Why are you using your sniper rifle? That's just dumb.
I've lost shields.
Oh, snap. Oh, get the hell away from me. Get the hell away from me. God darn it. So he can one-hit me, huh? That's cool.
I still cannot. Seren's looking.
What the?
Oh crap! I didn't reload my or reload. I didn't change my settings here.
Brenda, don't. That would be no fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot.
I like your attitude.
Come on, bud. Come on out. Fine, I'll go shoot the Geth sniper person. I don't want to be caught between the sniper and him, but... Okay, let's hit you with this. Of course, you don't even get hurt by that, because why would you? Dude, go down, man. Where'd you go? Oh, good, he heals. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, what's this? What is this? Adrenaline burst. Right, so hit him with this. Yeah, he did. Ow! God, that's really, really loud. Oh my God, that hurt my ears.
Commander. 10 more seconds, we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Sometimes Joker's a real ass. Just try to ignore it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there. And not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
How does she know who Saren is?
Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn. I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge. Patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
I'm not gonna be that mean.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Time to be a
We received
dick.
your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit, Commander. Our role is to offer guidance and advice.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
That reminds me from the movie Airplane. Just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you. Yeah, lesser beings, of course. The filthy aliens. If this was Warhammer, I'd be burning them all to the ground. As it should be. To the powers that be, that was what we call a joke.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. Recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun fucker.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background.
I already did
You want
this.
me. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in
I'm
my
sorry,
mind.
Joker.
You mean, okay, even put
Alright,
the Normandy
I forgot
in
about
my
that.
hands and I'll make her dead.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
I thought Joker did more stuff. I guess not. So now I gotta do the rounds so that the story moves forward and that I can be friends with everybody and get maximum benefit out of their abilities.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
What's your opinion on
Oh,
that?
sorry.
I mean, if you like the bookers.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We've got our orders. Belly aching won't change them.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informed. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Rot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. For the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, all day I was unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
I heard all about that. How companies would arrange accidents to expose people to element 0.
There was never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school. Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump 0 is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination chart. Outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidents. There wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives or rock outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform. Kinetics kept Jump 0 off the extranet to prevent leaks.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly, anyway. There was a girl I spent a lot of time with. We kept our close on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful. I'm not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds rough. Go on. Let's see. Let's just do it.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training,
Just,
Jump
call
0
that.
is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in minutes. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko Nico, there's no regulation that says you
I
can't.
appreciate that, Commander. Besides, I've got my...
Alright, that's done. Only like 12 more to go.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I only have to do this after every major mission. Otherwise, I lose things that I don't need to lose.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I just want to talk.
Of course. I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If
I had to save you. You can help me stop Sarah.
She's
I know you
totally
took a chance bringing
just a
me aboard
massive
this ship.
dick.
I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me.
Well,
But
you're
I
an
am not
alien.
like Venezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
We'll see.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Look at that soft voice all of a sudden.
I'm afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
People.
I suppose
She calls
it comes from
aliens
being a matriarch's
people.
daughter. People expected me to follow
People
Venezia's
again.
footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our
People. Aliens aren't people. Come on.
Followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Venezia.
I bet that pissed her off.
No. When I told her, she simply said, "A daughter must rebel against her mother, Liara. It is part of the natural order." But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Don't study me.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense?
Because
You
you're
think
not
I
a
am
person.
complete and utter fool.
You're an
That's
alien.
why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I will forget about it in 5 minutes.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community.
Communists.
Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
So you'll have sex with anything.
Now you see how rumors get started. Contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their needs. We share the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements.
You can
of
literally
who they
think
were
them into
before I
pregnancy.
We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner.
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too acknowledge me as
Yes. Felix, you're being bad again.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Venezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
I see you are a man of culture as well.
Take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not
I actually do find the Asari thing. It's a pretty cool idea. It's funny, but it's interesting.
And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
At least when it comes to alien species in a video game, like it's not bad. I really don't care about the rest of that. So
Goodbye, Shepard.
yeah, the main thing is just getting the free XP. I'm gonna talk my way into another level. A skill I cannot apply to the real world. Talking my way into higher levels of anything. Yeah, so that's the thing. A lot of the lore for Mass Effect is actually really interesting. I really like it. It's just I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it on a stream.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
Oh, sorry.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Yeah, in that conversation too, it's like, oh, all right, I'm leaving now.
You have a minute to talk.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
Felix.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but
Another human also has a issue with the Untermensch.
Should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I share your concerns. But I'm under orders.
Under orders to let aliens gather military intelligence? I can't believe that was the Alliance's intention. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Aw, they won't let me be bad.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
The Council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's...
Say it. Say the R word.
The only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run. You'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
You sound like one of those terra firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Just shut up. No,
Doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the Surface Garrison Forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
See.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, sir.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
For the action.
I'm here to put hypervelocity rounds through the heads of bad guys.
Yeah.
Most satisfying part of the job, Commander.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Okay, I gotta do it.
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization. That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command. Sir.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
It's like change topics.
I'm not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
I know this isn't the fun part. This isn't me getting killed over and over again.
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
It's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people.
But at least Ashley understands that the Untermensch have a place and it's not on the ship. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble.
He's not impressed that you're going after Sarah?
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. Thinks I made too rash,
Well, you kind of look like him.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power, no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Spoken like a true CSEC officer.
It sounds like his dad is gonna really, really like sound mind.
CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Okay, last one. Wait, what's the X? I think that's the that's where I can outfit everybody. Up.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
It's because you're not on a floating blimp that's 300 years old.
Smooth, it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at
Now
night?
that I understand. I used to grow. I used to grow up. I grew up next to trains, and oh my god, going from having a train past my house, or I say house, my apartment, my rundown apartment when I was a kid, to total silence was not only hard to get used to just to go to sleep, it was brutal. Like I would be like, it would almost cause me anxiety when I was a kid because I'm like, where's the damn noise? It's way too darn quiet out here. But yeah, no, it's not even that. For me, I couldn't even go to sleep. I would just be like, I'd be waiting for the first train to go by, and that was kind of like the way that it would tell me, okay, it's time to go to bed. Because I'd been there the entire time. I've been there my whole life. It was really weird.
But it's more than just the silence.
I think eventually, like, there would be cars that passed by, and that would be how I could kind of start to go to sleep. But that's it. I could never go to sleep for,
Wait to get away from
oh jeez, what, the first 4 months that we lived in a place away from the train tracks. Sorry, I talked over Tolly the entire time.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them.
Dude, it's serious. Like, so like there's white noise machines, and one of them was trains. And I turned it on and I was like, dude, I can't sleep to this. Like, 'cause I know what it really feels like, what it sounds like. And whenever the train would pass by, like, you could, like, I don't know why, but some of them, I was close enough to where, like, some of them I felt like I could feel them, like, as they were just going through. But maybe that was just me being young and like, maybe thinking that in my head and being really tired.
You tried to return to the migrant fleet, right?
But, like, yeah, like, it was always weird, man. They would never, like, blow their horns, or I guess they call them horns, their whistles. But, like, you could always hear them because you just hear them way, way down the line. And then whenever they passed by my room, there was, like, it was quite literally like a freight train coming by. It was loud.
I should go.
But, like, I couldn't go to sleep without it because I had it for so long. It was ridiculous. And I didn't realize, like, I would literally... Well, I think it depends on how close you are, and I think where I was
Supplies?
right on him. So
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
the Keshla 3. I'll just keep that for a while. All right, time to go. Yeah, I think it depends on how close you were. So most of my other friends didn't live as close to the tracks as I did. And most of the people in my apartment complex weren't the how would I put this? Not the people you wanted to hang out with. I'll put it that way. Had very interesting and colorful neighbors. Some of them liked to match the color of their attire. I mean, you know, synchronized suit wearing is always an important part of, you know, any group outing, really. Gotta love those rendering screens. Let's zoom out. But yeah, whenever I think, when I first moved into my like a non-apartment building, I say that because like we didn't live in a house, we lived in something like a little townhome thing. What, Felix? What? Nope, no, stay there. I have to go. I have to go investigating other systems. Tremenry.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Oh, we're gonna go check it out. Alright, so let's see. You want her. And I'll take Ashley. One more. Oh, no, let's do Rex. Rex is fun. I like Rex. I'd say of the aliens, Rex is my favorite. And it's mostly because Rex just wants to murder everything's face off. And he's funny without meaning to be. Alright, let's see. And I want to say, oh, I'll wait. I won't say anything yet. Hey, look, friends. That's it. That always reminded me of Dune, and the saddest part is I've never actually seen or read the book. I just remember, yeah, no, right. I just remember my dad telling me that looked like, or not looked like, that reminded him of Dune, and so now that always reminds me of the book Dune, and I've never read it yet. I even bought it for a friend of mine because he was like, what, he had some horrible illness. I can't remember what it was called now because it bedridden him for like a couple of years. And so I got him Dune because he's like, I like science fiction stuff. I was like, cool, well, since you're bedridden, and here you go, try this out. Meanwhile, I was sitting in my bed reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because, you know, those books are on the same level. If you haven't read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I strongly recommend it. It's extremely silly. That person dead. Very dead. It's a great book. I like the first 2 or 3 books are really good, and after that it starts to kind of go downhill. I liked the last book, but I don't like the fact that Douglas Adams was so nihilistic about everything. That's kind of my only real complaint, is that it's hilarious, and I really wish he would have kept up with it, but eventually he runs out of funny jokes, I guess, or runs out of funny instances because he feels the need to put something substantive in there, which, again, it's fine. But it's I think the fact that he wanted to make some kind of, like, life point was kind of dumb. Oh, crap. 1 second. Felix just broke something. Sorry about that. But no, in the last book, I really felt that he was. I liked it, but it really did feel like he was trying really hard to essentially just tell everybody that life was meaningless, and then no matter what you do, you're always going to be stuck in the exact same place you are now. Which I really did not like that. The electronic skill is too low, son of a biscuit. Okay. Yeah, boy. Never heard of it. I'll have to give that a look. See, is it funny? Not that that's really important, but let's see. What do I want to do? Tactical armor. Definitely want that. And then I definitely want to throw some. Where's that? Advanced warp? Yes. Urdnot Rix. Barrier, combat armor. Where's your... Oh, you already got that locked up. Cool. I'm not familiar with Terry Pratchett. I think the majority of the books that I read are usually some kind of, like... Actually, my reading habits are all over the board. I'm going to be honest. They are all over the board. I think the last book series that I read was The Horus Heresy from Black Library. And I don't even think I finished it. I think I got like maybe towards like the end. And it's a massive series. But it's a lot of fun though. Let's see, let's give you... See, you're going to be my tank. You're going to be my heavy hitter. So I definitely want you just beefed out to no end. Actually, no, I take it back. The last book series I read was not the Horus Heresy. It was the there's minerals up there. It was what's it called? Ender's Game. That's what it was. Ender's Game. And I started reading the second book, Speaker of the Dead, I think is what it's called. And I don't think I ever finished it. Ender's Game was definitely the one. Like, it was a really easy read. And I actually like Orson Scott Card. I think something else came up and I just never finished it. Now, one book I tried to finish and I really wanted to get into it was Dracula by Bram Stoker. I really wanted to get into that, but man, This is back in the day whenever you were paid by the word, and so like after 3 chapters of beseeching the Almighty for strength, I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm fine with somebody doing it. I need to actually have a story, but like it just got too much. I think I still have it marked off like with like a little scrap of paper so I can pick it back up if I ever really wanted to. I've only got like 4 or 5 chapters left, I think, to finish it. Also a good book, just if you can just make it through the ending. I know it's right after me complaining about it. It's a good book, though. I would recommend it, despite me not finishing it. Yeah, I try to read philosophy and memoirs and whatnot from ancient people or ancient characters in history. You know, like Marcus Aurelius, Tacitus. I have Polonius, I think, some of his writings as well. Who else do I have downstairs? I think, is it even some other a Roman senator who I'm not really familiar with. I can't remember his name, though. Somebody got it for me for Christmas because I like Roman history. Because somebody knows me. I need to start reading that as well. All these things I was supposed to read during COVID, and again, COVID actually destroyed my my reading habits horribly. Not that I couldn't have been reading, it just ended up getting pushed to the back burner. That's it. We'll get out of here now. Actually, I think more people recommended more stuff for me to read during COVID than almost any other time. So it was like the Foundation trilogy was one of them. I have like a whole list on my phone of books that I was told I needed to read. And movies and TV shows to watch, things like that. Okay, now we'll leave. Let's see. Pinnacle Station, Novaria, Exodus Cluster. Kepler, Verigay, Armstrong, Voyager, Hades Gamma. What's Asteroid X57? What's out here? Oh, I gotta go to a place called Utopia. I mean, why wouldn't I? There's nothing here. I've been had. We've been had, chat. First, let's look around everywhere. Bore. I want you. I think that's probably good. I have no idea what's down here, so that's fine.
Status. Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling asteroid X57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours.
Oh, this is ending game DLC. Oh, Gosh darn it, I completely forgot about this. I don't want to play this yet.
Hello. I heard your transmission. You hear me? You haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
Whatever. At least I'm pretty sure this is ending game DLC. Can I leave? Oh, I can. Yes, leave. We'll come back. We'll come back to this. It's alright. Luckily, like all games, there's not a real time limit. What's here? Let's, do I want to go back to the sit? No. Let's go to the ice world of Hoth. I mean, Nevaria. But first, we're going to go do this over here. Gonna go take a look at this. A League of One medallion, which we don't know anything about. Alright, that's all done. Now Novaria. Or Hell froze over. I don't remember there being... I mean, there is a lot of combat here, but I don't think it's like an insanely large amount. Not gonna worry too much about that. Let's go to Novaria. Where eventually we'll be fighting the Empire.
This is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
You're not allowed to be away from the ship. Your legs will break. Come on, man. Come on, man. Who do I want to take with me? I like Rex. Rex is my tank. I really don't need her right now, if I remember correctly, all the things I have to do. That should be fine.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
But I do probably need to make sure he's got all the upgraded gear. That's fine. They only fire in bursts anyway. You don't need that. Only Kessler's. Nope. Nope. Eek. It's medium armor, but lower shields. Medium armor, lower shields. So none of those are useful to me.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Wow, they saves his health. Good lord. Actually, no, I need to get rid of Caden. He's not a bad combat guy, but really nobody beats Rex. And I do need somebody that can hack stuff and open things up.
Stand by, shore party. Decontaminate.
That's how fast that renders. That's awesome.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior.
So back in the day, that used to take like 2-3 minutes to load up.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
I think the most annoying part about games like these is that depending upon how you build your character will depend upon what you can use in your party.
That's far enough.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect. I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo. Ilanis
Yes.
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, man. I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock! We are authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Farasini-san will meet you upstairs. Behave yourself.
I promise I will definitely not do my best. Look, I tried my best to start a fight.
Diana Parasini, assistant to Administrator Analeas. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Someone pissed in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company.
She shouldn't take her job seriously. She's just security.
Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
Is this privacy intended to hide illegal research?
This planet is beyond the jurisdiction of the Citadel. The law is what the executive board says it is. Do you know how
So technically, no.
it is? How many advances in genetics and artificial intelligence got their start here?
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Saren's flunky? Where?
She's a threat to galactic peace. I'm here to bring her in or put her down.
The board doesn't like having outside problems dumped in its lap, Commander. Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
If Lady Benezia is here, it might be wise to bring Liara along. She knows her mother better than we do.
And I forgot about that too. So which means I have to trade out another person. Not person, another Untermensch for another Untermensch. I'll stop saying Untermensch, it's just funny. I think it's funny. It's entertaining to me. So I'll have to trade out probably Rex for now. Look at him running. Look at him. He's so weird. Maybe after I'm done with playing Mass Effect 1, maybe I should play Dragon Age or something. Classic BioWare. is best BioWare.
Stand by, shore party. Decontaminate.
And yes, this is exactly how you have to do this every time. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Interior pressure with exterior.
Okay, Liara, she just needs a pistol, and they're all the same, so it doesn't matter. Because she can't really use... I don't think she can use anything effectively.
The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley.
What is it? Squad. She can... Yeah, essentially she can't use much of anything. Any firearms that she has are essentially useless to her. So... You know, I've actually never played Baldur's Gate. I've never played them. They're on my wish list, but I've never played them, and I really want to. So maybe, yeah. Well, if I can find an extra $20 somewhere. But I've heard Baldur's Gate is a really good classic, and I should give it a chance, and I would love to. It's on my my wish list on GOG and Steam. Oh, wrong way. Actually, before I do that, I need to actually change out her armor anyway. Oh, that is assuming there's something better there for her. Not really, no. But from what I've seen with Baldur's Gate, it looks kind of like what is it called, Diablo a little bit. But I don't really know. I've never seen gameplay of it. I don't know the story. I don't know anything about it. Isn't that like a D&D, like the first attempt at making like a D&D game that works on a video game?
Get out of here.
That's how ignorant I am of it. Like, I've heard it, I heard it's a classic, I heard I need to play it, and I've never seen anybody play it. And I kind of don't want to, because if somebody says, hey, you should play something, I don't want someone to ruin it for me.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety, and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Oh, I will.
The managers warned us about you.
Why would they need to warn you about me?
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival
Nice.
was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
In that case...
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Anoleus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
Let's do non-human armors. Too bad I can't actually... Oh, yeah, too bad I can't actually use any of it.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
I'm here to shop.
Of course. This one apologize.
Nope.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you... Of course.
Ooh. 144, 15.5, 43 accuracy. Ugh. Again, I've heard nothing but just glorious reviews for Baldur's Gate, and the only reason I haven't touched them is simply because other games that have come out at the time. Right now, I don't have that problem because everything coming out I have essentially despised, so it's not a real problem. 34, 130, 20. Yeah, this is... How much is this? 12,500 Dawa. Do I even have that much money? I do. It's half my money. Jeez. These have the exact same stats. Oh, they cost the same. Okay, that makes... I was like, what the heck? This costs even more. But it's worth it, so buying that. Equipment. That's okay. There we go. Now I have some longevity here. Oops. See if we can get the RM better. Yep, there we go. It's not much of an increase, but it's something. I think the only other game that I could think of that I would really want to play again maybe might be XCOM, like the not the classic XCOM. I haven't played classic XCOM, but the new one that's the first reboot. Let's put it that way. The first reboot. Past that, not so much. I didn't really enjoy XCOM 2 that much. I liked some of the ideas, but I thought like the floating little fortress thing they had was kind of boring. And the fact that they completely undid all the stuff in the first game. I was hoping for more like the memey, silly stuff that the first game was known for. Because like they did like a creature from the Black Lagoon thing in the first game. They had like invading alien homeworlds in the first game. Like they just had tons and tons and tons of extra content, but in the new reboots they really didn't. At least so it seemed. I know in the first game the Firefly Studios didn't get a chance to do all the stuff they wanted, so they just released everything in one giant update or one giant DLC called Enemy Within. And then they just started on XCOM 2, and I think XCOM 2 really failed those expectations, in my opinion. It ran really clunky when I first got it. That and I liked the stealth options, but that's about all I did right.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Who might you be?
Lorik Keen. For the moment, I am the manager of the Synthetic Insights office.
Taking a 3-martini lunch?
You mean my loitering here? If only it were mere indolence. Mr. Analeas closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
Skip to the part where you tell me what you want and what you'll give me for it.
Put bluntly, the administrator demands rent kickbacks from the companies on Noveria. I acquired evidence of Analeas' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeas would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analeas cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager.
executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... what is that charming human expression? Fly in the ocean? Violence against Mr. Analaeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
I think there's actually an exploit with either him or him to like get infinite XP, or who is it?
What sort of offer?
Oh, let's see. Let's change out my loadouts because I no longer need synthetic shots or anti-synthetic shots. I'm using Hammerhead. Never mind. Let's see. You don't need that. Tali.
You hear about the resort lately? At the equator. Bounce backing, diving, an accredited Asayura field.
Asayura? Let's go shoot some mercenaries.
Don't hang up. Elder brother? It's me. I'm on the Varian Island. I can't talk long. This call is costing 10 credits a minute. It's real time, Trooper. Do you think it would be cheap? I need some information. There's an issue here with synthetic insights. The manager, Laura Key, got caught with his toes wet. The office is closed by Hanshin's administrator. I need you to see what you can find out about. Are you ready for his name? Ronadriel Gon Swa Fosun Parrot.
Beat it.
So angry. Not sure if you'll receive this, Doctor, but it is imperative you make your way to the safe location. Your history with our organization has been leaked. Your base in the Newton system is no longer secure. I repeat, make your way to the safe location immediately. It'll be fine. Yep. This is an office? Huh, weird.
I said beat it.
See, now I want to fight you.
Go find something else to do. Stupid mammal.
Hey, it's so rude. I can't help the fact that I was born a person. Sorry.
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Raphael Vargas. I need you to speak.
It's like, hello?
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
500? That's garbage, but I'll do it.
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
Did you see an Asari matriarch recently?
Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not every day a matriarch arrives with a guard detail of commandos.
Is it so unusual to see a matriarch?
They rarely venture beyond Asari space. To see such an esteemed figure is surprising. Lady Benezia was also dressed for her role. An Asari in a pinstripe suit set tongues wagging among the younger male employees, so to speak.
Young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
Armed commandos were allowed on Novaria?
I don't know if they were disarmed. Of course, one can't confiscate biotic powers. Saren, and by extension, Benezia, is an important person. By that I mean an investor who might sell stock, if denied.
You know why Benezia is here?
She claimed to be Saren's assistant, here to get a certain project back on track. I suspect she meant Peak 15.
I have a different question.
Humans are full of questions. I should write a book about it while I have the time to spare.
I should let you go.
Let me go. Do humans consider conversation a form of imprisonment? That would explain why so few are willing to sit and talk.
It is actually getting rather late for me. I extended my time tonight because I showed up late for the stream, but I am going to have to get to go now. So I hope everybody enjoyed watching this evening. If you haven't, please give us a follow. I will be on tomorrow evening. Sundays are usually kind of my wild card day that I've decided to leave for open for myself for whatever I want to play. We may go back to Mass Effect. We may do Bioshock. We may do something else. It all depends. So if you haven't, please give us a follow. And I will see you all tomorrow evening. Stay warm. Hopefully everybody wrap their pipes if everything's about to freeze for you. And if not, you've got nothing to worry about. Have a good night.